Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to Bridge Brawl! Heck yeah! The round robin phase is now over. In this phase, there were 2 round robins. Everyone in round robin 1 played against each other, and everyone in round robin 2 played against each other, and we have results. Here we are, bada bing, bada boom. We are on the Bridge Brawl website, and we can see who won the round robins. So here are the results for round robin 1. You can see that Team Peter Hollins, has absolutely blasted everyone in this round robin. Second place, we've got John Stell Bridge Lesson. Third place, we got Jazz Plays Bridge. Fourth place, we got Bridge with Steve. Fifth place, Bridge Overlord. Sixth place, Rasser and Koopa. Seventh place, Iquanchin. Eighth place, Bridge with Music. And then ninth place, we've got Jinxie Living. And in round robin 2, you can see that Team Procar with an absolutely outstanding finish here, blowing pretty much everybody else out of the water, comes in first in round robin 2. Second place is NYC Bridge. Third place is Kachung. Fourth place is Argos. Fifth place is me. And then we've got 6th place is Paulo. 7th place is Jakery 2012. 8th place is BridgeBabe 530. And we've got 9th place MathLab Jordan. So what does that even mean? So this is only half the event, right? The round robins are complete, but we still have to go to the KOs. So how does that work? There are 2 KO brackets. One is the championship and the other is the challenger bracket. And in both of these, there are prizes up for grabs. And in order to make it into the championship bracket, you needed to be in the top 5 teams. So based on your result in the round robin, you are seeded into a position in the KOs. So if you came first, you're in the best position. You're going to be playing against the people who have to fight it out. 4th and 5th are in a claw and they have to play 1 extra match. And then they have to face the number 1 seed from that round robin. And notice everyone is playing across the brackets. So Jazz was in round robin 1, NYC Bridge was in round robin 2. Jazz was 3rd place, NYC Bridge was 2nd. So Jazz has a little bit of an advantage here based off of the round robin. So that's how the round robins positioned you in the KO brackets. And then from there on, you just have to try to beat out everybody else. Everyone's going to be getting knocked out until we have a winner and a loser. And then we have the challenger bracket, which looks pretty much the exact same. It works the same way, except the only difference here is that person who's going to be the number 1 seed in the challenger bracket is whoever loses the claw in from the championship brackets. So if I lose my match, then I'm going to be put in up here and I'm going to have to play whoever wins against Bridge with Music and MathLab Jordan, and then we're going to be continuing on. So what are the prizes for these knockouts? Well, in order to go there, we go to competition info and we look at prizes. Right now, the prize pool is at $6,382, and this is all community funded. This came from chat. This came from people who wanted to support Bridge and the content creators. So all of this money is going to be going to the winners, and this is how it's going to be distributed. First place in the championship gets $2,000, and all of this money ideally is going to the content creator in order to make them feel supported, in order for them to be able to make better content. As you can see, my headset is falling apart and I need a new headset. So this is not cheap, and the content creators have been putting in hours and hours and days of work for free, and now we're going to be rewarding them. That's the whole point. Thank you to everyone who donated. Good luck to all the captains who are going to be fighting out for these prizes. Also, not to mention, if you don't make it into the finals or the semifinals, you will be getting $64 every team, which is enough to buy a headset, which is enough to buy a mic, which is enough to buy a ring light, which is enough to buy a tripod, enough to buy a webcam. That is what those could be used for. Now, I think it's also important for us to talk about the format for the KOs. So if we go to the format, this is the fun bit. This is the difference in the KO matches. So the round robins were just straight 8-board matches. Whoever wins, wins. You use the VP scale. All right, great. But the KOs are different. They're not just if you win by 1 imp, you make it through to the next round. So the big deal here is that KO matches must be won by 7 or more imps. If you are losing by 6 imps, or if you are winning by 6 imps, that is a tie. And in that case, we have some very special tie breaks. The first one, to keep things interesting, is we're going to add 2 boards to the set, and if you're still tied, then there's going to be another 2 boards, and whoever wins, wins. But if you're still tied, then we get to the very fun part. This is my favorite rule, and I alluded to it in the very first video here. Beer card points. Beer card points. So the way that it works is that everyone throughout their 14 boards that they got up to this point will be trying to get as many beer cards as they can. What is the beer card, you might ask? Okay, have you ever heard of the 7 of diamonds? What about if you've won the last trick with the 7 of diamonds when you are either making the contract or setting your opponents in a contract? Your partner owes you a beer? Well, we're taking that to the extreme here. and saying that if you do that during your match, then you have got yourself a better chance for your tiebreak. So people are going to be trying to stretch for these beer cards. You don't have to be just making your contract. You can be making over tricks. You can have sacrifice tricks for the beer card. And that is what we are encouraging to make things interesting. Are you going to be giving up that one over trick, risking that you're going to be letting your opponents win by 7 to go for that beer card and take that tiebreak chance? So that is the very interesting thing. And if you're still tied after that, well, then great. We go to the BAM. Who won the BAM in that 14 board match? And then if we're still tied at that point, which is absolutely crazy, that's not happening, then chat votes. Chat can choose who might win this KO match. And these are for the claw-in matches and the quarterfinals. The semifinals and the finals are the same up until the beer card point rule, but we're not going to let chat decide that one. We don't want it to be that much of a popularity vote. After this, we're going to be doing a golden goal BAM Armageddon where we just keep adding boards, and whoever wins that last BAM is the winner. Doesn't matter how much you were winning by before, because you tied when you failed to defeat your other team by more than 6. So that is the format. That is what we are looking forward to. We are currently working on scheduling some matches. Some matches have been scheduled. We will be announcing them as they come out, and I hope that you're excited to be joining us in on the Bridge Base Online YouTube channel where we will be live streaming everything. Super hyped for it. Keep on bridging, everyone, and I will see you in the knockouts of Bridge Brawl. Bye!